Hey y'all, my phone says I've only got 20 minutes, so I'll try really hard to keep it to that. My memory card is mostly full. It's going to be long, though there's a lot. Hi, Keone. There's a lot to talk about today. Um, yeah. So, Don's here with me, Keone's here with me. We're out in the backyard enjoying a absolutely gorgeous day. I had 2 doctor appointments today. I was only supposed to have one with Dr. Breed, and I that turned into an appointment with Dr. Breed and Dr. Bonsall before we even left the house. Over the weekend, I notified Dr. Breed that my tumor was getting bigger. The original one in the irradiated field on the surgical site was getting bigger in a hurry. That was a surprise since it had just been so recently irradiated. And so we started talking, him and I, in messages, and I went in today for him to do what was supposed to have been a physical exam to give us a good baseline before the PET scan on Tuesday. And yeah, he agreed that not only is my original tumor growing exponentially, I have at least 4 new tumors in various locations around my outer bits. This has taken me out of the curative pool, and we are not working towards curing my illness as much as we are controlling it. Now, that said, I am a statistically insignificant subset of a statistically insignificant subset of gynecological cancers every year. When I keep looking up, I'm looking at Dawn, just so you know. There's only about 6,200 women a year who get this type of cancer, and who, of that group, the subset that have anything even close to the aggression and the uncrushable nature of tumors that I do, I'm far less than the 1%er on this. There are 35 people studies and 47 people studies and 6 people studies, and all of the numbers that are out there are statistically insignificant. They might as well be made up, honestly. So to go with this, I have a very large and very firm lymph node in the original recession site. So that indicates, even before the PET scan, that these regrowths are probably already spreading, at least locally. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how to give it to you so it makes sense. The phrase that we have just come up with between Don and I is that I am probably terminal. There's not a lot of pretty way to say that. There's not a lot of, you'll notice somewhere in my 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse shirt, there's no way to take away.
Those are unicorns of the apocalypse.
Well, unicorns are sword horses, and you have excellent taste in t-shirts.
I do.
There's just not a lot that really can be said otherwise. I am having foundational testing done on the tumor, which means Dr. Breed has sent it off for deep analysis to look for genetic weaknesses we can exploit. It is a squamous cell cancer, so perhaps there's a weakness that other squamous cells have that we can exploit and we can use to our own advantage and eke out a win. That's possible. I have been referred to Seattle Cancer Care Alliance. At this point, we don't feel like there's a lot of research going on that could assist me, but making myself available for any research that is trying to get off the ground is mission critical to me. I am 100% about paying this forward and making sure that I do everything in my power to limit the number of women who go through this moving forward. I'm really trying hard not to be emotional.
So where we're at now?
So where we're at now is I have a PET scan on Tuesday. We will be looking for spread. We already know that I am going to light up like a Christmas tree in my vaginal region. Um,
The
but
so
we,
our hope is that it hasn't spread beyond that.
correct. If we can keep the spread local and out of the internal organs in my pelvis, we got shots. We got some. We might have some end arounds on this. If it has spread into my uterus or my ovaries or any of my internal pelvic organs, that's bad. That's real bad. If it's sped far away, say my armpits or my chest, that's extra bad. The so like I said, these studies that I read are based on very small subsets of women, so they don't mean a lot. But the number that they kind of keep coming back to, the median survivability is 19 months. Half the people make it that far, half the people don't. So it's certainly not an expectation. It's certainly not a time limit. And I double checked twice this afternoon. There is no expiration date on my foot. So we're going to keep fighting.
And in that vein,
In that vein, you're good at segues.
thank you.
In that vein, I am starting chemotherapy again a week from Thursday. I will be on a a 3 medication cocktail, one of which will be cisplatin, the one that I've been on. The next is one that has good results with squamous cell cancers elsewhere in the body, so we figured why not. And then the next has good results with, what did she say it was? Cervical cancer that migrates outward rather than inward.
Right.
So, okay, right? Everything for me
There-
right now is outward, so
Yeah,
that's,
there are indications with all of these that there's hope.
there is definitely hope.
There is hope that we can manage this and get it down.
Absolutely.
Currently, surgery is off the table,
Surgery is off the table.
but that doesn't mean that it can't eventually get put back on the table if we could get this under control.
Surgery going back on the table is actually a really good sign. Because at this point they won't operate on me just to throw insult to injury.
Right. There's no point in putting you through the trauma of surgery recovery if your lifespan isn't going to cover it.
It's just not worth it. So yeah, there's a lot of hope out there. There's a lot of opportunity. We are actively seeking experimental stuff,
There's a
research
lot of-
stuff. I have some weird contacts out there in this world, and trust me, I'm putting feelers out there for everything. I have no interest in laying down and dying.
We are exploiting every avenue available to us, including some that are not available to everybody through back channels, etc. That being said, all of them are just simply shots in the dark.
Everything is, and all the numbers are guesses.
So really, the only things that the only things we're really looking at having a likelihood of having an effect is the chemo cocktail that she will be going on shortly.
Yep.
So that's right now. That's where the focus is for looking for happy returns.
Yeah.
Or good news.
Yeah.
The rest of it is all, hey, we're going to take the shot, and if it comes in, that's great, and if not, we didn't really risk anything at that point anyway. So
Right.
So it's fine.
So yeah, I don't have a lot of good news. I really don't. The good news is that unlike a lot of people, I know what's probably going to end my days. I don't have any fear of living to be 90 and peeing on hourly workers in a nursing home. Yeah, there are definitely some affairs I want to make sure are in order. I definitely want to make sure Don's taken care of and set up as much as I can do. Don't make noises. Psh. But we're gonna go from there. This is all brand new today. It's all new today. So we're still kind of in shock on top.
We figured this is about the only way we're going to be able to tell everybody what's going on.
Yep. So this is it. I'm happy to take questions, answer what I can, tell you when I don't know. The thing I think that I need for people to take away from this is that with the explosive nature of this, I don't have time to shop around for doctors. I don't have time to shop around for clinics. I don't have I I don't have the time. In 2 weeks I went from having a very small flap of a tumor in one spot to having new tumors, and tumors that are really more than I want to talk about here. It's I don't have time. So, if you know somebody and you feel like there's somebody I should talk to, I'm not going to turn down their information. But understand, I am starting chemo a week from Thursday. I'm going to drag my big, fat, tired, anemic ass right up into that lab and start chemo. Now, if you know somebody who can make me a better offer, we'll talk about it in flight. But any request for me to hold treatment, to look into someplace else, I cannot honor at the moment. If you know somebody who has lichen sclerosis or has vulvar cancer and is looking for somebody to talk to, I am available. I am looking for people to talk to. It's a really small subset of gynecological cancers. Yeah, so please, if there's somebody out there I can help, I want to help them. I do. Speaking of help, what can you do to help me right now? I'm going to tell you exactly what I've told everybody so far today. Don't panic. We're panicking enough for you right now. It's going to be okay. Give us a couple of days. We'll get it together. But don't panic. Don't let this take over your life. Don't let my illness and my circumstance freak you out more than it needs to. My mom told me not to let dead people make me crazy. And when you think about it, all of us, you, me, everyone watching this video, everyone within the whole earth of me, we're all dead people walking. It's just a matter of when. So don't freak out. Go ahead and freak out a little bit. We did. It's okay.
I'm not done freaking out.
Yeah, I'm not done freaking out either. That's fair. We do not need anything. We need love, we need support, we need whatever type of celestial juju is your brand. But we don't need stuff. We don't need money. We may need help at some point in the future, with people helping us out, and that I'm comfortable asking for.
When we're in need, we'll let you know.
But that's it. When we're in need, we'll let you know. I don't know. That's the answer to your next question. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know how we're going to do it. I don't know what the prognosis is. I don't know if I have 6 months. I don't know if I have 10 years. I don't know. I don't know. I do know that I don't have a normal life expectancy and that I will probably die of vulvar cancer. Those are hard words to say out loud. So yeah, as always, reach out, sing out, ask questions, think about us, make fun of us, all the stuff we would do for us. Don and I, we love you guys. If you're seeing this, there's love for you.
Yep.
You have no idea. Yeah. So, on that note, I think I will probably end this to save us both from being foolish, blubbering morons any further than we have been.
We love you, and we'll see you next update.
There'll be updates, I promise. I will definitely post something once we get the PET scan back. And until then, don't wait, do it now. I love you guys.